Hey everybody, Bill and Deb with I Ride Tiny House Adventures.
Hi there.
Think we'll be able to get this done without the trash truck coming by again?
Take 6.
Other than the trash truck going by, and hey, there's got to be a trash truck now and then. We're
That's
not knocking that, but other than that, it's been a pretty quiet afternoon.
Yes.
Except for the work we've been doing on the inside, as you've been seeing here, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're
thrilled.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The exciting news is we got our cabinets in, so we were working. Well, Deb wanted to get some priming done on the walls and things like that, as you saw.
Walls and ceiling, everything's primed.
Yeah.
Woo!
Which we couldn't believe how much it lightened everything
Oh my
up.
gosh.
You know. But here in a minute, we're going to take you in and show you what we've got done so far. And here again, it's not near completed, but we just like the idea of showing you the progress that we've been able to make.
Little progress, every little bit.
Every little bit that we do gets us more excited about nearing completion.
Yes.
Which is still a ways down the road. But before we go inside and look at how we've got everything laid out and explain how we are going to proceed from here, I want to show you something right quick, some panels that we made. And let's go ahead and show them this panel here.
Okay.
Alrighty. So here's this panel right here. Now we made this panel, and we made actually 4 of them, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah, actually
yes.
4 of them.
4 of them, because we got 2 that go on each side of the fridge and 1 on each end of the cabinet.
Exactly, exactly. But before we went inside, we wanted to show you these panels and talk about how we made them. And we'll be gluing up some more of these panels for some other parts of the build. And we'll show you then how we made these panels. But these panels consist of 1 by 6 by 8 foot long beadboard boards, and they're tongue and groove. They're 3/4 of an inch thick, tongue and groove. And basically what we did, we took in this case 5 boards here, and we filled the groove with regular wood glue, and then we clamped them together until they set up, and we came up with these panels. Now we found that it's best that if you glue only a maximum of 3 boards per time, per each time you do it, because if you try to glue all 5 boards at once, or however big you want to make your panel, if you try to do 5 at once, they tend to peak in the middle and stuff. It's hard to keep them flat. But anyway, we just thought we would show you that before we run inside, and they're going to be really pretty. Of course, Deb, we've been arguing back and forth. Deb wants to...
We just asked the viewers.
Well, yeah, okay.
I want them white, because all of my cabinetry is going to be white.
Yeah.
Bill, because they're so pretty, thinks we should stain them. Well, if we stain them, I would want to go with a dark stain like Espresso or Jacobine. Those are Minwax colors. Y'all can look that up. Because I want it to contrast. Or it just blends in with the rest of the cabinets. My countertops, everything will just be white with pops of red, and then the floor is a light wood grain.
Well, see, my thought process is I think they're so pretty in the natural state. Actually, if we got right down to it and we were going to argue about, well, if we were going to have a discussion about this, I would probably prefer that we just simply clear coat them with polyacrylic or something like that.
The problem with that is clear coat turns yellow over a period of time, and that will clash with my red.
Didn't you say there's one that doesn't turn yellow and one that does?
But pine turns yellow.
But
it's the natural process.
Well, here, it sounds like we've got a little bit of a controversy going on here, doesn't it?
No.
But anyway, either way, Deb is a decorator. I'm going to probably end up going and be happy with it, with whatever Deb says we're going to do.
That's right.
But anyway, now we're going to step inside the trailer. One of the next things I've got to do is build a good step to step up in here. That's for sure, which is on the list. Isn't it, dear?
Lots of things on the list.
There's all kinds of things on the list for sure. Well, I'm going to sit up here while you're sitting down there, and let me just kind of do a sweeping motion here. And you can see how we've got the cabinets set. Now they're just temporarily setting in place. And now we're going to talk about, and we went ahead and picked up a wicker love seat,
which here again, we couldn't find a white one. So we can spray paint this white, or we pick the stain for the uprights the same color as this wicker.
Right. Okay.
So those are that's the way it has to all tie in.
That's true. And anyway, so we're still, you know,
Yeah, we're
discussing
still
that.
fussing and discussing.
We do have a cushion ordered for this, and
Yes.
it's coming in just the next couple of days or so.
Monday, I think.
Okay, and today's Thursday.
Right.
So that's when that'll come in. Now let's talk about these panels that we glued up out there. And here again, we've got 4 of them. So you're going to have to use your imagination here for a little bit. But imagine first, before we talk about how the panels are going to go, let's imagine that all along the top here, we will have a shelf system similar to what we had in the red trailer, where, you know, we'll be able to stack those cubes in there for storage and everything up there. And also we will have a tower right here where the toaster oven will go and the microwave will go, and they'll be stacked on top of each other. And we'll have to build this tower in such a way where there will be plenty of room for these items to breathe around them. So we're figuring exactly how we need to do that. And here again, as you swing around back over here above this kitchen cabinet, we'll have another shelf system coming along here as well. Now, the way these end caps are going to go, those panels that we glued up, imagine one of these panels mounted right to the end of this cabinet and going all the way to the ceiling. But before you start getting real excited and say, hey, that's going to block everything off, when we're going to cut these panels where they will be roughly about 3/4 of an inch wider here. They have about a 3/4 inch reveal right here. And then on top of the countertop, they'll have a 3/4 inch reveal, and they'll come back this way, and then they'll turn up roughly right in there and go up. They're only going to be this portion here that goes from the top of the counter up to the ceiling are only going to come out as far as how deep we have to make it to accommodate the toaster oven and the microwave. That's the furthest that will come out. So it won't be but maybe, you know, 13 inches or so out or so, and we haven't arrived at the exact size of that yet, but we will get there and we'll figure that out. The same thing is true over here at the end of this cabinet, same kind of deal. It'll come up and it'll have about a 3/4 inch reveal in front of the cabinet right here, coming out about 3/4 of an inch, come up, leave 3/4 of an inch there, go back, and then turn up and go up. And here again, and it will clear this window, go right on up to the top, and it will help tie in the shelf system that we will have above here. And here again, it's only going to be roughly 12, 13 inches deep going up here once it clears the countertop. Now these pieces that we have laying here, I almost fell, dear. Did you try to knock me down?
Yeah, I was knocking you over.
Were you trying to knock me over?
Yes.
I'm trying to watch the camera here. Anyway, these pieces that we have laying here right now are just temporary, of course. But now the other 2 uprights, because we made 4 panels, the other 2 panels will go up on either side of the fridge. And they are basically going to be as deep as how far this balance comes out. They will, you know, be that deep, and then they'll come down, and they may too curve out a little bit and go on down the rest of the way. It all depends on how this countertop wraps around here. So, and that's what we'll have with these countertops. The countertops will go along here, and then they'll wrap around and die in to the upright panels that'll be on either side of the fridge going up. And yes, we are going to leave some breathing room on either side. And the fridge is pretty much sitting where it is right now, and there is a gap back there so it can breathe. And of course, you know, you've got more air to breathe as the V itself gets deeper in the back. So that's how those panels will go, and that will be our next project, is how we're going to do that. The very next thing that we will do is figure out where these panels go on either side of the fridge. And then I will show you how we're going to secure the refrigerator for when we're going down the road. And it all is going to be it's going to be integral with these panels that we're going to be putting on either side of the fridge. So for now, just imagine the end caps coming up here, end caps coming up here, all the way to the ceiling. And remember how they drop back before they go up on either side. And then these countertops wrapping around into the fridge here and wrapping around into the fridge here. And you know, we played with this so many different ways, didn't we, dear?
Yes.
We played with different places to put the fridge. At first, we were going to put the fridge over here and have a different kind of countertop that started on further down there and wrapped around this way. And we also played with putting the fridge on one side of the V, putting the fridge on the other side of the V. But in the end, we ended up with this because for us, it just seemed to work better. Right?
It seems roomier.
Yeah, to us it seems roomier.
And that's, you know, you've only got so much room in
Yeah.
8.5 by 20, so.
Right. You know, this trailer is a lot bigger than our 7 by 16
Yes.
that we had, but still, in the end, you've only got so much room. And keep in mind, folks, this is going to be our home.
Right.
Well, it's our home now.
Yeah, it's
you
our
know.
home now. We're
Such
living
as
in
it
it.
is, we're living in it right now while we're trying to complete the build. So, you know, and that's entirely different than going out on a weekend or going out on a 2-week excursion, something like that. When you're living in it, you've got to think about how you're going to feel about the layout, you know, down the road from living in it day in, day out, you know, all the time.
Right.
And in one way, it's good that we've been able to do it this way.
Right, because we get a feel for it.
Right. You know, because, you know, had we have not been actually living in it while we're working on it, we wouldn't have experimented with all these different ways to put the fridge.
No.
We wouldn't have thought about it that much. We probably would have went ahead and put it over here and then got cabinets built accordingly and went from there.
Probably.
You know. But we will be gluing more of those panels up that we talked about. And reason why we will be because we're going to make our own door and drawer fronts for these cabinets, and they're going to be made out of the same material.
Right.
So it'll all match.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of what we're after there.
And they'll all be painted white.
And we'll talk about that. Yeah. In the end, I'm sure Deb's ideas will prevail. Right?
That's right.
But yeah, I'm sure it's going to look nice because Deb's pretty good at figuring out, in my opinion, she's pretty good at figuring out, you know, what's going to look the best. And when we get everything all done and get the rest of our red accents in here, it's really going to pop. So, you know, it's going to be nice. And once we get all these things built here so we can start running our,
Electric.
so we can, well, we can start, yeah. Then we know exactly where we're going to be putting all of our plug-ins and everything, so we'll know exactly how we want to run all the power throughout. So after we get the countertops done and the end caps done, then we will start working on the electrical and getting all the circuits laid out exactly the way we want them. Are you excited, dear?
Oh, very much. I'm tired of tripping over drop cords.
Well, we have this spot where we're at right now until roughly the middle of October.
Right.
And what is the date today? July 21st, I think?
July. Yeah, almost the end of July.
July 21st. So, you know, we've got still got quite a bit to do.
Yeah, and here you are sitting.
Here I am. Anyway, I think we've talked enough for now.
Okay.
Okay. Folks, I hope you appreciated this, or we hope you appreciated this update. And we'll be showing you another one real soon. We'll show you putting these end caps on and how the countertops work out. And get the sink set so we can have running water in the kitchen. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah. But for now, this is Bill and Deb with I Ride Tiny House Adventures. And we always say this, and we always will. We're not camping.
We're living.
You all get out there and do some living yourself. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye now.
Bye.